If you want drama, you never know what's going to happen, then the NFL could be the sport for you.
What is the best way to describe the game to people?
So I think, very simply, it's you're trying to move down the field by throwing or running, and you're trying to get the ball into that area at the end of the field. And I think there's so many levels to the rules and complications that you don't necessarily, of course, as you know more and more, you appreciate it more, the tactics. But I think people can tune in and watch an amazing run, a tremendous throw and catch, a big hit, all of that stuff without knowing all the intricacies and the unpredictability. That's what I love about it. On a Sunday, we never know what's going to happen. And I think if you like that, the NFL's had 7 different champions in the last 10 years. Other sports can't claim to have that kind of wide open field. If you like that unpredictability, then the NFL's for you.
I think that's a great point. I mean, you talk about whenever I try and explain it to people that I know, the best way is the whole draft situation. Essentially, the worst graded team from the year before, based on obviously picks, are getting the first pick the following year. So you could, instead of having Man City winning every Premier League, you could have teams that have just been promoted, essentially challenging. So,
right. I talked about that around the draft on Sky, and I said you got to live in a hypothetical world where, so let's just say only the Premier League existed around draft weekend. Sheffield United were getting Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, 100%.
That's how it works. And Man City are waiting until the end, and that's what the NFL is built on. Everything about the NFL is, you're only as strong as your weakest team.
Why do you feel the NFL is getting bigger in the UK specifically every year?
I think we've always had a really knowledgeable fan base. So that's why we played pre-season games in the late 80s and early 90s. So there was always kind of a fan base there. We're a passionate sports nation. This is one of the best sports, if not I'm going to say it's the best sport in the world. I'm biased, but I feel like playing the regular season games changed everything. Once we had that game between the Giants and Dolphins in 2007, everything changed and everything has accelerated. And if you look across the board, whether it's fan numbers, TV viewers, people playing the game, at flag level or at universities, everything has gone up. And that's because, the real deal is in our backyard. The commissioner told me, Roger Goodell told me, this is the most significant growth period in NFL history. I do genuinely believe we're living in historic times. And when they tell the story of the NFL in 50 years' time, there'll be a big, big chapter on what's happened internationally, because it's sensational what's going on around the world.
Will there be a Super Bowl in the UK in the near future? Let's call it within the next 10 years, based on what you think.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so, because I think that, it's the most American of holidays and of traditions. And I think you'd have to significantly change the kickoff time. So I think we should be, I know this is a great thing to sort of have that conversation and to keep raising the bar, but I think at some point you'd be happy with what you've got. And I think we're going to continue to have a rotation of games. Always there's talk of a London franchise. I get excited by the Super Bowl conversation, of course, and actually, I'm talking myself around here. I'm coming around to a yes in a second.
Okay.
I feel like you never say never with the NFL. I mean, who'd have thought they'd play games on Christmas Day and Black Friday?
I know.
So that's the thing now. There is no limit to what the NFL will consider. So I'll say no for now, but watch this space. Who knows?
Talking of the Super Bowl this year coming, who are you backing for the Super Bowl? Early pick, obviously, but who are you?
So last year I picked the 49ers and they fell at the final hurdle. I'm going to pick San Francisco to finish the job this year. I think they're the most talented roster in the NFL. I think they could easily have won, those 2 Super Bowls against the Chiefs. They've got to find a way to get over that hurdle at the end of the year. I think that is a little bit of a mental block for them, but I think they've had the best team talent-wise for the last 4 or 5 years in the NFL. They've got to finish the job now. So they're more than good enough to win that Super Bowl. And I think the reason I would say them, not Kansas City, that the worries around the players around Patrick Mahomes last year, we kind of overlooked it once they got to the playoffs because it was the Chiefs and they always figure it out. Yep. But those skill position issues are still there, and Travis Kelce's a year older. So I do think there are some concerns for the Chiefs.
Who is your NFL GOAT?
It's Tom Brady. Well,
Yeah.
with an honourable mention to Dan Marino, who got me into the sport in the first place. I mean, Marino was, my posters were all on the bedroom walls. That was me with the the Miami Dolphins duvet cover and all of that. So no, look, Tom Brady. It's about winning. It's about winning. It's about winning games and winning championships. Brady has done that to an incredible level. I think Mahomes can definitely be put into that conversation because he's already won 3. He's already won, 2, 3 MVP awards, three Super Bowl MVP awards, and he's only just turned 29. So, and Mahomes does it in such a dynamic way that he's changed that position. Like, it's almost surprising when you don't see a quarterback who comes out, and can move around and run and threaten. And Caleb Williams is going to be the latest to do that. So Mahomes has kind of changed the game, but until he gets up close to Tom's 7, then Brady's still top of the mountain.
And to finish off the UK-USA comparison for our UK following, just whichever comes to mind, you go for it. So we go football or soccer?
See, now I get in trouble with it. So I will say soccer. Because I spend so much time around NFL players, and so I call their football. And I call our football soccer. So
Sweets or candy?
Sweets.
Vacation or holiday?
I do say vacation quite a bit. I get in trouble, just time out, I get in trouble with my family when we go on holidays, and I say, let's get in the elevator.
Yes.
They're like, it's a lift. And the reason is because I spend so much time at training camps or Super Bowl, so I'm like, where's the elevator? They're like, no, we're getting in a lift. So I do say vacation.
Valid excuse for sure. Yeah, definitely. Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
We've covered this. I think I know what it's going to be, but Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady?
Brady.
Fish and chips or pancakes?
Don't eat fish, so I'll have to go with pancakes.
Okay.
I like fish.
Here's one. Bin or trash?
Take out the bins, take out the trash. Bins. Yeah, bin.
Okay. The UK's still there. Love it.
Yeah.
French fries or chips?
I like a portion of chips.
Sneakers or trainers?
I wear trainers. Yeah, trainers, definitely.
And finally, USA or UK?
UK. Right.
Hey!
It's not coming home, but we can drink.
Well, that's it. I mean, it was better than it had been, but I don't think we're getting close.
No, but we live in hope, right? That's a very, very British thing as well. So.